Well, if you're not entirely sure what that means, it means they don't have a men's team affiliated with them. How incredible is that achievement?
Yeah, it's massively incredible, sorry. And I think it's the investment that's put in. I think in the women's game, if you're willing to invest money and put your money where your mouth is, I think you can really make something of a club. They're starting to do that here. They were really smart in the summer in terms of the recruitment. They brought in a lot of experienced players, and I think that really helps in terms of keeping them in the league. And I think they're going to have a big summer. And they're a team that, if you don't know anything about women's football, they're one to keep an eye on.
They certainly are. Spurs put 7 past Aston Villa. They are a team in form. What is this task like for London City to stop them?
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. We know, when they last played in the league, there was lots of goals in that as well, 6 goals in that. So it'll be a good game. Tottenham are starting to find their rhythm now. I think what they fell short on was not able to score enough goals. They've been scoring plenty of late.
Right, we are going to walk and talk because it is almost time for the Adobe Women's FA Cup quarter-final draw. Good evening, everybody. Look, everybody's been here in this fan zone. Everyone's so excited. You can give a wave. That's okay. There we go. Everyone loves the camera and goes, oh. Look, nothing good but vibes tonight. We're going to find out who will be playing who. It's taking place in here in the Broomfield Bar. Farah and I are going to go watch. Your draw tonight will be led by Flo-Lloyd Hughes. Enjoy this. Let's see what teams get picked out.
Welcome to the quarter-final draw of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. I'm joined by Jen Beattie. Jen, 2 of your former sides, Arsenal and Manchester City, through to the last 8 with some pretty convincing wins as well. What did you make of the games yesterday?
I thought they were brilliant. I was at the Merseyside derby as well yesterday, and I thought what I love about the FA Cup, where every round the games have been so hard to predict, and the Merseyside derby was another one of them. Obviously Liverpool were two up going into the break, but Everton had a fantastic second half that really took it to the wire, if I'm honest. Substitutes brilliant coming off the bench, so it's been another amazing round of the FA Cup.
And Rosie, it's all WSL and WSL2 sides left in the competition. Are there any teams you're keeping an eye on in the quarterfinals?
You know what, girls? I'm really looking forward to seeing how Charlton get on. Like, the FA Cup's all about that underdog run and that real storytelling piece, which I love. So for me, it's Charlton, and also they've had an unbelievable season so far. So I think they cause upset.
Well, before we get started, here's a look at those all-important ball numbers so you can see who is in the hat for the quarterfinals. Let's have a look at some of those all-important ball numbers. So, number 1, Manchester City, 2, Liverpool, 3, the holders, Chelsea, 4, Charlton Athletic, who Rosie just mentioned, 5, Brighton Hove Albion, 6, London City Lionesses, where we are tonight, or Tottenham Hotspur, 7, Birmingham City, and 8, Arsenal. So, Jen, you'll be picking out our home sides, and Rosie, you're going to be picking our away sides. So, Jen, please, if you would do the honours, empty the bag into the bowl. And just make sure it's all empty.
All empty.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay, so let's take us away. Please draw out our first home team out of the hat.
First out, we have number 4.
Number 4, that's Charlton Athletic on a huge unbeaten run. Rosie talking them up just now.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be at home too.
Number 2.
Number 2, Liverpool, 2-1 winners in the Merseyside derby. Our next tie.
Next out, we have number 3.
Number 3, Chelsea, the holders, won in extra time against Manchester United. Rosie?
Number 6.
Number 6, London City Lionesses or Tottenham Hotspur. That's a big tie for either of these 2 sides tonight.
We got Arsenal, number 8, I think.
Number 8, Arsenal at home too. Rosie?
Number 5.
Number 5, Brighton Hove Albion. And this will be our last tie, so no surprises who this is going to be.
Number 7.
Number 7, that's Birmingham City at home too.
Number 1.
Number 1, Manchester City. OK, we'll get some reaction and recap those ties in a minute. But first, Jen.
Straight away.
You've got to think about that
100%.
Chelsea, London City, all Spurs tie. There was a big reaction in the room. That's an exciting tie, even though it's challenging against the holders. That's massive.
Hugely. Look, it's a London derby. I think we saw the reaction from everyone behind you. I think for both teams, that's a really tough test. Chelsea obviously had to take the game to extra time to put out Manchester United yesterday, and I love it. Look, personally, I love a North London derby. I'm well used to them. I'd love to see another one. So, two top teams up against each other, that's what we love to see.
It's going to be amazing. And also, we've got to talk about Manchester City, Jen, a former side of yours, because they've been an unbelievable run in the WSL and in the Cup as well. What have you made of their performances so far this season?
I think they've been brilliant. I think, you know, the beauty of Man City, I think obviously the changeover of Gareth Taylor leaving and this new progression of the team, I think they're just playing within an incredible freedom. Number one, I think they were so structured previously watching them. That's changed. And two, they have everyone fit. I've always said for past seasons with Bunny Shaw, Vivian Miedema, Alex Greenwood, you talk about top players that they've been missing in recent form. That for me is completely shifted. They have everyone back fit. They're playing with a sense of confidence. They obviously don't have Champions League as well either in the calendar, so they are firing on all cylinders and they're a joy to watch.
100%. And then obviously Arsenal got a massive result against Bristol City. What did you think of their performance?
Another professional job. I think, look, another one. I think Arsenal season's been up and down. Everyone can say that. It was last year. Obviously they ended up winning the Champions League. Brilliant feat last season. But this year, I think Renee Sligers has used her squad very, very well, regardless of who's on the pitch, everyone who's stepped onto it, because they've had their injuries as well. I think Leah Williamson being back fit has been so key, but you have multiple scorers coming from all different phases of the play, and I think that's been so key. They have to adapt. They're playing against low blocks so often now, but they just know how to break teams down now, and I think that's been so key.
But we mentioned Chelsea in the tie that awaits one of these two sides tonight. But the FA Cup is very important for them this season because they're really out the title race. So as a player, how do you make sure that you focus in these knockout games?
For Arsenal.
For Chelsea.
For Chelsea, I think, look, they've dominated domestic football in England, in my opinion, for so many years with WSL titles. Obviously, they're chasing the Champions League, but I think every single player is always focusing on this trophy right next to me. I think the beauty of the FA Cup, everyone wants to be in that Wembley final day. It's such a fun day to be a part of, whether you're a player, coach, family member even. I think it's a special trophy for Chelsea that they without a doubt want their hands on, and it went down to the wire. Going to extra time, I think I want to highlight the growth of the game and how competitive it is, and those games come down to it. Manchester United are a very tough team, and Chelsea put them aside, obviously, in the latter stage of the game, but they are another team that you can't take your eye off. I think this narrative of them dipping in form or coming out of an emotional time period for Sonia Bonpastor, I think they still have so much talent. They can still go on and lift all the trophies, so I still can't take my eyes off Chelsea.
Well, Jen, you're a very busy woman tonight, so thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let you go and crack on because you're going to be doing the punditry tonight. But let's recap those quarter-final fixtures. Have a look now on your screen to see all the games that are going to be taking place in the quarter-finals. So we have Charlton Athletic at home to Liverpool, Chelsea taking on London City Lionesses or Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal at home to Brighton Hove Albion, and Birmingham City taking on Manchester City. Now, we've got Molly in the crowd somewhere to get some fan reaction for us.
Yeah, I'm in the crowd, and these fans have been causing me trouble.
All right, there we go, Farah. We've got the draw for you. What's the headline?
I think the big three avoiding each other. I think that's big for them at this stage of the competition. But I think the pick of the round has to be Charlton at home to Liverpool. And the reason I say that is because Charlton is sitting top of WSL 2, which means they're probably favourites to come up to WSL 1, and Liverpool are fighting relegation at the bottom of WSL 1. So a real competitive game, and one I'm really looking forward to.
It certainly is. And we walk in